and welcome to another Unity 5 tutorial. This is the third part of the Asteroids game. It's kind of an addendum from the other part, so I know I said the game was finished in part 2, but Jerry on YouTube pointed out that I've actually missed a part, which was destroy any of the asteroids that continue in the game. So what I've got here is the game, and if I run it, ignoring these two asteroids I've got sitting in the hierarchy to begin with, the longer the game runs, the more and more asteroids that start to build up in there. Okay, so you can see this list here getting longer and longer and longer, and it will continue to get longer. The only thing that will destroy themselves are the explosions. So you'll see them get instantiated and then they will disappear. But this list is just going to go on forever. Now, we don't want that. So in such a game, we want the asteroids to delete themselves if they go outside of the camera's view volume. So if we just have a look at the camera here, you can see that this is a perspective camera because it's a pyramid shape. You can't get a really good look at it just in that direction. But it is pyramid shape, and when the asteroids fall outside of the view of the camera, we want them to destroy. Now, this also goes for the actual scene camera itself. If you're running this game and you want things to delete themselves when outside of the camera, if you're actually like zoomed right out this and those objects are still flying around in this space, which is not necessarily your game view, they will still exist and you'll be thinking, oh, my code's not running. So just to make sure that the behavior of them deleting themselves is occurring, you kind of want to be zoomed in or possibly even shut this scene view because it can cause a bit of confusion. Right, so the first thing we will do is to create some code, which I've already done. So it's called destroy on exit. Let me open that up. Now, this destroy on exit is running one function, which is called on became invisible. Unity will call this function on an object when it becomes invisible, and that means when it goes outside of the camera's view volume. And you can see here that what this code is going to do is destroy the game object that we attach this code to. And it's as simple as that. Well, almost. Let me show you. So if we save that and we just come back to our game. Now, I've already dragged and dropped a copy of both of my prefab asteroids, the gold one and the bad one, into the scene here. And I'm going to grab this destroy on exit and drop it onto one on each of these two objects. Now, because they're prefabs, if we click here, we'll see that they've got them attached, and we have to click on the apply button to make sure that we've saved the changes back to the actual prefabs that are in the assets. So let's do that with both of them. Okay, now if I run that, let's have a look. Wait for a few asteroids to build up. Okay, so you'll see that these bonus asteroids, they're still bonus asteroids, and yet they're off the screen. So our code isn't working. The problem is that on became invisible is only called for objects that have a renderer. Now, if we go back and have a look at our two asteroid objects that we've created our prefabs from, if we have a look at their high level that we've attached our code to, there's no renderer in this list. So this script function will never be run because there's no renderer. And therefore, we need to dig around inside looking for which object actually has the renderer, and you'll find it's in the very bottom child, and you can see the mesh renderer here. So this is the group that we need to add onto our script. So if I grab destroy on exit and put it onto there, and I'm going to do that the same with this asteroid as well. So I'll delete it off of the top level. Now, I created both of these asteroids from the same object to begin with, so they're exactly the same in structure. Let's put that on there. Right, so let's apply that, and let's go back to this one and apply that. Right, so by moving the script onto a low child within our object, so that we can get that on became invisible to be activated, the script itself is only trying to delete the object that it's attached to. Now, this is a problem because the object it's attached to in this case, which is this group 001, is like too deep inside of the structure of the asteroid itself. If you happen to have an asteroid with the mesh render and everything in your top level and you've got no other children, then it's fine. You just attach this script straight on there and it will delete it when it's outside of the camera view. But in this case, it's not going to happen. So I need to find the ultimate parent of this particular item and delete it. And this is the ultimate parent up here, which we also call the root parent. And the code is going to change from destroy this.game object to getting the renderer. So this.get component renderer, then dot transform. So we get hold of the transform, and then we get hold of the root of the transform and that game object itself. And that's going to ensure that we've gone back up through any particular hierarchy that our mesh renderer is in and delete the whole thing, or at least destroy it. So let's go save that. Control S. Now remember, if your mesh renderer is on the top level object, you don't need this piece of code. This is only for when your mesh renderer is buried inside a hierarchy for your main object. So let's try this out and see how it works. Watch this hierarchy as the asteroids build up, and you'll find that they will build up and then they'll disappear as they're getting destroyed and build up and disappear, unlike before where this list just continually built up forever. Okay, so let's play. Okay, and this is cleaning up quite nicely now for us, and that's going to now eliminate that issue of, I guess, overwhelming the game with an infinite number of asteroids, I guess. And it's always good practice in any particular games is if things are going to go outside of the camera and they're never to be seen of again, then you really do want to destroy them and get rid of them. Okay, so that's how to finish off your asteroid game. Of course, there's a lot more you could do with the interface and all of that, but that's just a really important thing that you need to put in there.